very quick overview of Inspirare. The name of Inspirare is actually from the Latin word inspire. So we picked that name, come from inspiration that we have in life. Inspirare is a new online fashion network, a social platform powered by designers and consumers. We provide a risk-free way for designers to launch their label. And all the unique garments, we put a focus on quality. So we make all the designs here locally in San Francisco. Every production is limited quantity. So we wanted to make sure the consumer has the best experience. Through the Inspirare website, you can discover your favorite designers, you can vote on your favorite designs, and you can also talk and connect with consumers through the online forum. And you can shop on Inspirare.com for the product that's from original design to finished product. So if we look at the e-commerce in fashion industry in general, 2012, the fashion sales online is roughly $41 billion. That's up from previous year 20%. Comparing to other industry, the average growth is only about 10%. So overall apparel sales online and offline is about $313 billion, and that's a 6% increase. So overall, the apparel e-commerce is positioned to be #1 in terms of online sales growth. New media marketing is the main driver for e-commerce for fashion industry. That includes social media, SEO, e-newsletter, forum, video, and content. The past couple of years versus 10 years ago, the way that's driving the e-commerce, the online sales is probably totally different. The new fashion e-commerce site, a lot of people are familiar with ASOS. They are established in 2000. They have 50,000 product line, both the popular brands, also their own label. Etsy, established in 2005, and they're hosting 800,000 shops, so everybody can open a shop there and make your own sales. They have 13 million items, and they charge for the listing. So that's for artists and designers. So all of them, they experience tremendous growth. What we can do in this market, that's the question that we all ask ourselves: how we can stand out, how we can be heard and discovered. If you look at the e-commerce industry in general, not far away, 94, that's the first e-commerce transaction. That's the first CD got bought online. Like $12. That made e-commerce history. 95, Amazon launches as a bookstore, and they are not profitable until 8 years later. 95, Craigslist and eBay launched. 97, Dell made $1 million sales in the United States, online sales. 99, PayPal launched. 2000, Google AdWords launched. So if you look at before 2000, those companies, they are truly pioneer in this industry. They started the whole wave of e-commerce. Very quickly, this is something very quickly, we also have the dot-com crash. Remember, that's the first time I lost major saving myself. I was in school, graduate school. I lost a lot of money in the so-called technology growth stock. So that's the 2001. Now 2001 also X-Cart started. X-Cart is a shopping cart software. You can buy it for a few $100s. It's very well made. It has the shipping, it has payment, customer support, return, everything integrated. So starting from 2001, a lot of small businesses, it makes them easy to go online, make sales. As long as you have the right product, you can sell online. So that's X-Cart. And then 2006, Shopify is launched. That's even easier because it's a hosted shopping cart. You don't need to worry about upgrading, bugs. Everything is pushed to your store. So eliminate the need for IT cost. Facebook 2003 launched. Now today is valued over 104 billion. So if you compare the number, 104 billion, 1 million back in 97 the sales. A lot of them just don't understand there's new type of e-commerce. Now there's a phenomenon over the past 5 years also that started with Groupon. Groupon launched the model. How many of you have used Groupon to promote your product? One or two? Yeah. So it's a great idea, get you a lot of exposure. They hire an army of copywriter to make your product sounds very interesting. They ask you to cut your price 50%, and then they take the other 50% what you received. Now to the consumer, they propose a value of a discounted product, the product they like, carefully selected. So they have a huge success. For vendors, you get exposure. You know, that exposure will bring you hopefully new customers. So that started a wave of other websites like flash sale, fab.com, ideally.com. They on their website they say our sales is up to 40 to 80% discount every single day. So they're doing very well for the last few years. But if you ask yourself a question, is it sustainable? Can we afford to do heavy discount? I think average majority of the vendors, you really cannot afford to just get 25% of what you sell just for the promotion. That's very expensive. If your profit margin is 25%, you're giving up 50%. That's a very expensive marketing. Now for the flash sale website, if the fashion item they're good, they probably wanted to avoid it, not to do so much, or they're overpriced. Either way, to me, I think it's a phenomenon. It's going to have their timing, but the next wave, if you look at the 20 years of history, so what's next? Do you want to compete with a larger e-commerce site, or do you want to find your own position? How do you exactly find your own position? What is the competition out there? So hopefully, Inspirare, we can provide some of the things that you're looking for. Here's a quick diagram of how the relationship between Inspirare company, designers, and customers. We provide the funding for the production of the design. We take care of advertising all the way to selling, shipping, customer support, and everything in between. So we provide worldwide promotion, online social platform. Everything is made in San Francisco to ensure the high quality, consistent quality. And also operations, every single operation. What do designers need to do? You just need to focus on your design. You share your design, and then get selected, you get exposure, you learn through the website, you learn what consumers are looking for, what is the market trend. You also earn above the average loyalty and become established very quickly. Quick question, so the designers today, who already have their business up and running? About half. And who are trying to get into the business established? Both? Okay. Who's looking for a business partner? I help you run operation, marketing, advertising, and who's looking for funding?
Everybody.
Okay.
That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah, I think those are major obstacles for starting your own business. So who are our designers? Aspiring women's wear designers, fashion students, graduates, startup labels, designers who want to learn their market. We can test the market through Inspirare. Designers who wanted to generate additional income if you are already established. Or designers in need of funding. Obstacles of starting alone. Lack of cash flow, insufficient funds. So if you start your business, you understand how tough it is for the first couple of years. You're not sure, you wanted to put some money, you're not sure if you can recoup that investment. And then after you establish through the advertising Google hours, you accumulate sales, but quickly you find out a lot of cash is tied up in the inventory. On the book, we have a lot of assets, we have a lot of net income, but net cash flow, not that much. A lot of small business owners end up with a high inventory level. So So limited exposure, marketing and advertising. That's also one of the portions of the cost. Unpredictable. It can be unlimited budget in order to make an impact. Lack of operational and execution experience. When I started my own online business in 2003, I don't have a lot of advisors. I remember I bought a book, How to Run Your Own Google AdWords Campaign, and then just follow them. And it's very effective. I haven't revised my app for like 3 or 4 years, and it's performing well. So everything that I did back then is learn on the job. There's not really a business advisor. All I have is like encouragement from friends and advisors saying, you can make it, you can make it. But back then, I think everything is relatively easy. If you follow the book, you can probably do well. And there's a transition between the traditional brick-and-mortar business to online. So there's a lot of opportunity. But now the market is a lot more saturated. It's more dynamic and challenging. So the operation and execution, if you have great ideas, products, but if you don't have a team to execute it on your behalf, that's going to be very difficult also. Overwhelming, time-consuming administrative tasks. On average, a small business owner spend over 70% of their time to manage all the operational details. Accounting, marketing, hiring staff, product development. If you can spend more time on the business strategy, that's very fortunate, right? So a lot of thinking, a lot of tasks. So for design industry, it's even little. It's on average 10% of time spent on actual design. According to Small Business Administration, 50% of the small business fail within the first year, and up to 95% in 5 years. So those are the difficulties of starting alone. The first version of Inspirare is nothing like today, because back then when I started the concept, I thought, okay, there are a lot of risks that I want to avoid. I don't want to take that risk. Maybe I can come up with smart module saying, hey, Inspirare doesn't take this inventory risk. Inspirare doesn't take the risk for return. So what kind of smart model we can come up with? But through the team discussion, etc., we revise the business model several times. It comes down to one sentence. It's really like, if we wanted to attract designers to work with us, we need to make an offer that they cannot refuse. We have to address all of their major concerns. That's one thing for the designer. And then the second thing is, for the consumer, because they have so many choices, we also need to ensure the best customer experience. That comes down to the shipping, consistent quality, and customer support. So everything that we do, we need to make it beneficial for both groups. So benefits, exposure. Inspirare, right now, we target 23 countries. That's from America, Asia, and Europe. Not only we sell the final product, every step of the way, the majority of the time and effort of the team wanted to promote and feature the designers. So when we sell the product, the consumer already started a participation from the time that you upload the design. And then when we sell it, on the product page, every designer is featured. So they're buying more than a product, they're buying a design, a design story behind it. So that's probably the difference that we can make compared to other fashion stores. Designers will receive worldwide exposure to get discovered. Designers' branding is featured on every garment in conjunction with Inspirare's image label. So you never lose your individual identity, your own brand. If you're successful, you can take your success everywhere because your brand is already established. You never lose your identity. Operational, we try to take care of everything, starting from fabric trim sourcing, production preparation, identify and manage the factories, customer support, shipping, return, inventory management, website management. So anything operational related, we wanted to take care of it. the bigger reason is really we wanted to give the consumer the best experience and consistency. If customer buy from the stores on Etsy, tens of thousands of stores there, every shopping experience might be different. The quality, there's no guarantee. So if they know Inspirare provides high quality product made in San Francisco, one team support, dedicated support, and consistent marketing, it's going to have a big selling point for the consumer also. So that's why we want to take care of our operation. And the other thing is, fashion is one of the industry that really values the creativity. This is something that you really need time to dedicate for the design. So I think that this is probably the best model we can think of. So designer can focus on design, we take care of our operation. Next one is the financial. We do provide funding for 100% of the production. We provide aggregate advertising and marketing. Inventory risk is 100% on Inspirare. If we pick a design, we decided to produce it. If it doesn't sell, the risk is on Inspirare. You don't lose a penny. If it sells one piece, you get your royalty. So there's no risk for you. Staff cost overhead, website development, design, it could be costly. We can share more with designers because we have pooled resources and efficiency. The cost to designers, not much, really just your time spent on design and communication with Inspirare. Designer royalty. The royalty structure is a 3-tier, 10%, 15%, and 20% of the selling price. So that's higher than industry average. You can submit as many designs as you like, and design once they're chosen, they're sold on Inspirare.com. So for the 3-tier, anything that you sell accumulatively, if you sell less than 500 pieces, then you get 10% of the selling price. If you sell through Inspirare from 500 to 2,000, you get 15%. Over 2,000, you always get 20%. So the more you sell, the more percentage you get. Once you reach 20% of the selling price, that's pretty decent. Because to you, that's a net profit. You don't have any other operating cost. So the 15% royalty example is
That could be 200 pieces for one look, right?
for one design.
One design. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
How much time period?
How much time period? You mean
From
from?
sell like 2015, 6 months, or like overall like 10 years?
Oh, good, good.
It's not like you need to start over next year. Yeah, so overall. We wanted to give this structure because we want to provide incentive for designers to stay with us. Even though they're established, they could stay with Inspirare for a long time. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to turn it over to Anne to talk about the consumer side of the website.
So as Sean was saying before, Inspirare is focusing mostly on women's wear design. So our customers are women, and we found that the ages of 18 to 35 were the most fashion-conscious individuals. Statistics show that women typically in this period starting to have children later and later, which means that they're able to work more. And they're typically professional women, expendable income. Right now, we're focusing primarily on the United States and shipping worldwide. As Sean mentioned earlier, we're branching out to other countries.
Can't really hear you back here.
Sorry. How about now?
A little bit.
So as Sean was mentioning earlier, Inspirare is really about bringing the designer and the customer together. The benefits to our customers are they can participate in the design process. And on our website, we have a voting system where the designer can post their designs. The consumer can then view the designs and vote, leave comments. There's also a way to message the designers through our website. And we are influenced by what the consumers are thinking. So if there's a design that people are consistently liking, we are far more likely to manufacture that look versus another one that isn't getting quite as much attention. It's another way for customers to connect and support their favorite designers by either communicating with them or purchasing their designs when they're finally for sale. The thing that's interesting about Inspirare is that because we are making small runs, the pieces are more unique and they're more interesting. So they're not mass produced. So there's a limited supply. Our customers have access to our online store everywhere. So customers in Germany have access. Customers in Switzerland have access, which is another great way to get your label out there. As Sean also mentioned, because we are sort of the umbrella, we will consistently make sure that the quality is high, that the manufacturing is local, and everything sort of fits within our standards. So the customers can benefit from high quality, good quality designs, consistent sizing. You know, as we was mentioning earlier on Etsy, if you were to purchase a small from one shop on Etsy, a small in a different shop might be completely different, it might be a large. So joining is very easy. All you have to do is register on our website. You create an online profile, and as Sean mentioned, also everything is free. There's no fee to join, there's no fee to continue. And for designers, you can upload your portfolio on our website. You can also share images. You can vote on your favorite designs. We also have an online fashion forum with many different topics that people can participate in, designers and customers. And you can communicate with one another. We are also on Facebook and Twitter, and we upload those regularly. And we also currently we have a design competition going on. And so our design competition is happening this month of May. It's free and open to all aspiring women's wear designers. We have 30 prizes total with one grand prize. The grand prize winner will receive a mass media coverage. They'll be the first designer featured on our online shop. They will all automatically receive 20% royalty from each unit of their design, so they don't have to work their way up 10, 15, 20. It'll already be 20%. They can also win a trip to San Francisco, but obviously, if you're already in San Francisco, you can receive a $1,600 voucher to spend at any major retailer. So they're pretty good prizes. And the details to enter the website are also found, the details to enter the competition are also found on our website. You apply, you create a profile, and you enter your designs. And then you can vote as well as vote on others, leave comments. And we also have an ongoing designer program. So in addition to the competition, though the competition has an end, it ends May 31st, our ongoing designer program has no end. So it's basically free for all aspiring women's designers to join to submit their work. There is no limit to the number of designs that people can submit. We are continuously selecting images, going through images, styles, and whichever ones that have been voted on, or whichever ones that we feel are really good, we will produce. And so, for example, if you were to get turned down, keep submitting, keep trying. And also, if you get selected, you can get selected again and again.
So there's two ways to get involved. One is just a normal, and then there's a contest. There's two different ones, right?
Yes, the contest is, yeah. Our goal is to really establish a long-term relationship with our designers. We want designers to want to work with Inspirare. Our goal is to attract them and to keep them for a long time. And the more designers, the better. We don't have a limit as to the number of designers that we will accept. We are also going to be having more professional development programs. So for people that are interested in fashion but may have a few questions, like as to how to do certain things, we will be providing, whether it's informational videos, etc. We will be posting those on our website as well to provide more information to people that are curious about that or just would like to learn. This is just a basic calendar. Our upcoming events, so launch Inspirare Design Competition is going on now and will close May 31st. And then in the month of June, we are having the ongoing designer program. That's when it will begin. So after the competition, then we're going to start really focusing on all the other designs that designers have submitted. And And then our online shop is planned to launch in July, which will feature the winner of the Launch Inspirare design competition, and they will have their look featured first for about a week. And then afterwards we will, of course, start showing the other designers' work as well. So we invite you all to join and participate. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna